Hello and welcome to our client interview with the lovely Cassie Shea. Welcome, Cassie.
Hi, Jeanne. Thank you so much for having me today.
Not at all. Okay, so just so you know what Cassie does, Cassie helps entrepreneurs and executives to unblock their energy to unlock fearless execution, and she is darn good at it. Okay, so Cassie, why don't you tell everybody where you were a mere week ago when we met?
It's hard to believe that it's actually been a week. So, a week ago, where I was finding myself was proverbially and literally at the end of my rope. So, I felt like I had a lot of untapped potential. I had had a lot of client success stories in the past. I had
Mhm.
worked as a coach, but had never felt like I had charged the rate that I was truly worth and a rate commensurate with the value I was providing to my clients. And I was at a really low point, honestly, financially, emotionally, and as a business owner. I felt like I hadn't really stepped into the business owner portion of who I saw myself to be and the person that I knew I needed to be in order to show up in the world with my full energy and be able to share my gifts with the world and help my clients transform their lives and businesses. And so Jean and I connected, and what really stood out to me is one, your videos. You just had this clear sense of confidence and you kind of told it like it was. One thing I remember you saying was, you're like, it's going to be hard work. I feel like
Mm,
there's so much on the internet right now about being an online coach and how it can be super easy and you can scale to $1 million working 2 hours a day.
mhm.
And I felt like you were telling me the truth. Like, this is going to be a lot of work. I'm like, I know. But it's a lot of work to not live my dream. It's a lot of work to feel broken from being broke. It's a lot
Right,
of work to feel like my potential is not being tapped. Like, that's
right.
actually a lot of work.
Choose your hard, right?
And
Okay.
so, yeah,
So
I felt
great. So that resonated, that it was just like basically this is the truth, right?
yeah.
Okay. Now, having said that, I want you to tell everybody what has happened in a mere week in my program.
So I came into the program and I just knew I was going to be supported. That's the number one thing that this program has offered me. I have direct access to accountability, support, and coaching every single day, which just blew my mind.
Mhm.
And so what happened in a week is I followed the blueprint. Jean knows the blueprint and the plan. And so she downloaded that. We had a personal session, one to one. She took in all the information about me, where I wanted to go, who I wanted to serve as an ideal client. And we got really, really clear. Then I just started working the plan every single day, um,
For,
diligently.
for a few days, because you got your first sale. How many days in?
I got my first sale, I think 3 days in. And then
Mhm.
my first week, I hit 5 figures in revenue. I did over $10,000 in revenue in my new business in just 1 week.
Okay, so let's recap this. First client was 3 days. So even though I say it's hard work, you only worked hard for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Because I tell people it's going to be hard, so they don't expect those miracles, but they do happen sometimes in my program. So not a miracle, it happens quite a bit. But the 3 days pretty good. We had somebody get a client in one day. So you got the first client at 3. By a week, you were at over 10K in sales.
That's right.
Great. How does that feel? Because you had no business when you started a week ago, right?
It's mind-blowing in the best way possible. It shows me that I can show up for myself, I can show up for my clients, and with the support, resources, and blueprint that you've provided, I have now the structure
Mhm.
of a confident, successful business. And I have the irrefutable proof that I can do it
And
because
I
I've
love that word. I love that word,
reaffirmed.
irrefutable. Okay, so this is amazing. All right, so now you're in a different spot. You're on fire. So what has this done for your confidence?
I wake up in such a positive energy state. We talk about that a lot in your program, the morning mindset formula. You start the day, you get your mindset right. That is the foundation of everything. And
Mhm.
when I wake up, I'm just so excited to be in this energy space, to have my own business, to serve my dream clients. And you and I wrote down very detailed what my dream client would look like. And the
Yeah,
two deals I closed, we talked about successful women who lived in cities and
right.
wanted some more meaning out of their lives and wanted to execute on their big dreams. I have clients now in New York and London. And as soon as my clients signed on with me, they sent me text messages saying, "Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I paid you to be my coach.
Wow.
I feel so confident." And they didn't even start coaching with me yet.
Right. So it's about getting people that are so happy. They're not even yet coaching with you. And that's something I teach, is that they're so ideal. It's not the clients that are kicking and screaming. You don't want those. Okay. I'm super happy. And I'm getting more information here myself about the ins and outs. So I love that. All right. So what would you say is the best thing or the best things about the program?
So much. I could go on forever. It's really well structured and really well organized. So when I came in, there was just such a clear plan of here's what you needed to do next.
Mhm,
And I'm the kind of person where I really thrive on a structure,
mhm,
and a structure that also allows me to be creative, that allows me to put my own flair on things. So I didn't feel like it was cookie cutter. I felt like it was structured in a way that let me be creative, but also let me
right.
flourish in building strong business fundamentals. So it addresses
Mhm,
the mindset, it addresses copywriting. The program addresses sales and actually
mm,
how sales can be service. And then there's just so much accountability. That's the thing that I haven't found anywhere else.
mhm,
Is a lot of other programs are kind of self-service where you come in, you get the knowledge, but who knows if you end up applying it. With
mm,
this program, I have support every single day, as I mentioned, to check in with my accountability coach, to check in with you, Jeanne, personally. And
mhm,
that transformed my life. It made me feel like, actually, whoa, I could do this because I have a team now around me. So
mm,
I wasn't lonely anymore as this solo business owner trying to figure everything out myself. I
mhm.
suddenly not only had the blueprint, but I had a team rooting for me who, the second I get stuck, I can send a message and say, "Hey, here's where I'm blocked." And I actually have curated one-to-one support for somebody that knows and cares about my individual business. And
Mhm.
that's completely changed my life.
Well, I'm so glad, because that's how we designed it, because I felt lonely when I was coaching with certain people. And I thought, what I don't want is people to go through that loneliness that I went through. So I'm so glad that that succeeded. Okay. Well, I'm so happy for you, by the way. I'm so thrilled to tears that it was a mere week ago that we were just talking about working together. Okay. So what would you say to people who are thinking about joining the program and maybe have had a call with me, or maybe thinking about, what would you say to them?
Run, don't walk. You need this. So if you're the kind of person who has dreamt, like me, dreamt for years of having a business and just didn't know how to get it off the ground,
Mm,
my absolute wildest dreams are blown. Having closed 10K, over 10K in revenue in 1 week, that has transformed my life because now it shows me that's possible. And now a million other things are possible because I've been able to apply everything I've learned and gain traction and build a foundation and now soar. And so
well,
I would say this is for the doers who used
mhm,
to be dreamers and actually want to do it. Like, you want to build the business, you want the results, and
mhm,
ultimately you want your reach to go out into the world and help the clients who you can really be of service to, who are going
mhm,
to be sending you text messages saying thank you. Like, that is just mind blowing to me in the best way possible. This is the
mhm.
kind of business I always dreamed of. Now I'm doing it. So for
Right.
anyone that's on the fence, I would say it was so much more costly to sit on my dream day after
Mhm.
day, which turned into honestly 4 years of
Wow.
wanting this reality and just not knowing how to get there because I didn't have the right tools and I didn't
Mhm.
have the support system. And now I have
Right.
that in spades with your.
Wow. Thank you. Because, it is one thing having a system, but if it is self-serve, and there's a lot of personalities that cannot do that. And I've understood that it's like 3% of personalities can actually get success from a self-serve. And I already know those numbers. So it's because I know those numbers and the failure rates. I thought we need to build something where the 97 other percent of people are going to succeed. So thank you for that feedback. That's awesome. And also, I just got to say, Cassie, you send me the loveliest messages. Okay, so Cassie practices what she preaches, because she was sending me lovely, grateful messages. She's getting those as reciprocity. All right. So is there anything else that you would like to share before we close this little meeting?
I would just say, I wanted to just close with what you were talking about that kind of loneliness, where
Mhm,
the entrepreneurial journey can be a little bit lonely.
mm,
And I have the world's most supportive family and friends. And I think a lot of people would resonate. They just still don't 100% understand how it all works. Like, they're like, you make money how? And
Mhm,
so having a community of coaches and then also really high caliber people that I've already met in the program
mhm,
has totally transformed my life because it's true. You are the sum of the people you surround yourself with.
mhm,
So not only did I get coaching and support from world-class coaches who've been there and done that for
mhm,
exactly what I want to do and exactly what I want to grow my business into, which
mhm.
is a dream in and of itself. But I've also met, because John, you've attracted this tribe of just wonderful people. And so
Right.
to me, that's just been, frankly, world class. The coaching that you provide, the staff of coaches, which I didn't even fully understand how amazing that's going to be, is almost every other day I'm learning from a world expert. And there's a library, there's a treasure trove of pre recorded videos that I have access to. And so it's not only that I've not been lonely on the entrepreneurial journey, but I've totally up leveled. Network is net worth. And so I feel like my network has been completely up leveled with the caliber of people that I'm meeting as a result. So I'm truly so grateful and glad to be a part of this
Aw.
community. And this is only one weekend of
1
12.
week in.
So
So
let's see where
we're gonna
we go.
do another video a little further in so people can see your progress, that it wasn't like a one-hit wonder. How does that sound? Okay, Cassie, I thank you for taking your time because I have you busy. But thank you for taking the time to share everybody your great success. I am so happy for you, and I'm so looking forward to your success in the next few weeks. Let's see what we can do for you. Okay, God bless. And I hope you other people that are watching this enjoyed this little insight into my program. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.